The Fox and the Heron. It is said that one day, by the banks of a river, lived a heron. He would watch the small fish swimming in the water, and each day he would catch one or two to eat. This was how he lived a peaceful and comfortable life. But as days turned into years, the heron grew old and his strength began to fade. Catching fish became difficult for him. One day, a cunning fox approached him and sat nearby, watching him. The heron noticed the fox, but he wasn't afraid because he knew that foxes didn't eat water birds. The fox said to him, "Oh, dear heron, you seem sad and weak today. What's wrong?" The heron replied, "I've grown old, and catching fish has become too hard for me. I fear I'll starve." The fox smiled slyly and said, "Don't worry, my friend. I have a magical solution for you. I know a place full of large, plump fish, where you can catch all you want and live in luxury." The heron was overjoyed by the fox's words and asked, "Where is this place? Tell me quickly." The fox said, "It's not far, but I'll have to carry you on my back to get you there, as the path is difficult for you." The heron believed the fox's words and got on his back without hesitation. As the fox walked with the heron felt something strange. The fox was moving away from the river and heading towards a dry area with no water. The heron asked the fox nervously, "Where are you going, fox? This isn't the way to the river." The heron asked the fox nervously, "Where are you going, fox? This isn't the way to the river." The fox laughed a wicked laugh and said, "I tricked you, dear heron. I'm taking you to my home to devour you there. I have no luck with fish, and I am very hungry today." The heron realized he had fallen into a trap and was about to become the fox's prey. He quickly thought and remembered an old saying, "A clever trick can overcome strength." So the heron cleverly said to the fox, "What a clever and strong fox you are. But I want to ask you one question before you eat me. I heard that a fox who eats a heron will have a long life and endless good fortune. Is that true?" The fox was surprised by this question, as he had never heard such a saying. He asked in astonishment, "I've never heard of this before. Are you sure?" The heron said, "Yes, I'm sure. But there's one condition. You must eat me from my head, not my body. If you eat me from my head, this saying will come true, and you will have a long life and endless good fortune. But if you eat me from my body, you won't gain anything." The cunning fox believed the heron, for he was greedy and wanted to live a long life with endless fortune. He said to the heron, "All right, I'll eat you from your head." The fox moved closer to the heron's head to eat him. At that moment, the heron stretched out his long, strong beak and struck the fox right in the eye with all his might. The fox was in terrible pain, screaming and writhing, for he had lost an eye. The heron seized the opportunity and flew far away, escaping from the fox. And so, the heron saved himself from death with his wit and cunning, and returned to the river to live his life in safety.